What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Don't mind my voice and everything. Kind of lost my voice, kind of still feeling a little under the weather. Yeah, just getting over like a horrible flu for like a week. I actually tested positive for COVID not long ago, so still waiting to fully recover from that. So, before we go into our weekend of the last 8th scale race that we're doing in 2022, I just wanted to sit there and give you a little tutorial, a little video on how I change tires. I feel like this is going to be very beneficial to a lot of you, and figured I'd share some insight on basically my method of doing it to also be able to save you money and recycle your wheels and foams as well. So I'm going to take you in here. So first things first, as you could tell, we definitely got our use out of these Proline. We were running the Buckshots. So yeah, we definitely got our use out of these. So, nothing wrong with the hexes on them, anything like that. So basically, guys, like, to save you guys some money, this is basically my way of doing it, which I highly recommend you all do because, yeah, you never know when you're going to need stuff. I mean, generally with, 8 scale stuff, now this is 8 scale, 10 scale, anything, doesn't matter, guys. You can recycle your wheels, foams. At some point, this becomes not worth doing, with everything. But for me, these wheels are in very good shape. These tires didn't last very long just because of the conditions and stuff I was running them in. So basically, I buy tires with generally foams are in them. So recycling the foams isn't always something that I do, but just for the video purpose, I'm going to show you. So start off, get your pair of scissors, right? We're going to go in here, kind of bring you in real time, even though these scissors didn't really test them before the video, but they're not the greatest. But what we're going to do is you're going to cut right in the middle of the tire here as we get sand absolutely everywhere. After I just vacuumed in here, that's terrific. Let's see, you just got to watch the foam, obviously, because you don't want to. You could use an X-Acto knife for this too, anything like that, anything sharp. I just chose not to cut myself this morning. So once you're through the tire, you're going to repeat this obviously on all of them. You're going to split the tire naturally in two, right? Fold it over. Fold it over. Now, guys, I mean, this is not a method of, I have taken, so before I get into that, open it up both sides, take your foam out, right? There it is. Self-explanatory stuff. And now you can clean the foam. Obviously super sandy, super dirty. I do clean the wheels, but I would recommend soap and water for that, as covered in dirt and whatnot. It's nasty stuff. But as you can tell, both sides of the tire, here we are, right? Foams are out, and then you're left with a tire split in two, just for demonstration purposes. There's what you're left with. You cut it in half, fold it out, pull the foam out. Which brings me to my next point and little tip. So I almost wanted to make this to sell right here. Now this is one that I made. I thought about, I was going to just share this to you guys because it's pretty simple enough. But I almost thought about, like, this is kind of crazy that nobody sells this as like a product. But here's what you do. I have built this. This is a obviously 5-gallon bucket with a lid, has to have a lid. And you fill it up with acetone, okay? Now, this bucket has lasted me now a half season, and I've never refilled it. I've filled it with exactly 1 gallon of acetone since then. And that's all I've ever put in it. So don't mind the mess. But here's what it is, which I was going to, like I said, thought about selling these or making it like a product, but either way, you can make this at home. So take your smaller bucket, which I've drilled holes out of. As you can tell, it self-drains itself. So what you'll do, now mind you, looks a lot dirtier than yours might. Take you in a little further here. It may look a little dirtier and whatnot, because like I said, I have yet to even clean this all out. Generally right here, this bucket, after it's done draining, you could see all like the rest of the remaining tire stuff in there, which I should throw out. But before I fumigate myself here, you take the tire that you sat there and cut. We're going to do this to all four, so let me repeat this to all four, but for demonstration purposes, you take all four of them, lay them in there. And then, so while you have your smaller bucket with the holes drilled in, stick it in the acetone and keep the handle up. Now, naturally, it'll fill itself up and sink itself and submerge itself into the water. And the beauty part is, obviously, you don't want to sit there and be touching direct acetone with your hands. It will absolutely eat them. So that's why this little handle is right here. So when these sit there, about 12 to 24 hours, they have to sit in here. And then basically when you're done, you pull it right out of the water. Obviously it'll sit there, it'll self-drain itself. Right? Self-drains itself. And after the 12 to 24 hours, the rubber will absolutely fall right off the tire and you'll be good to go and ready to mount new ones. So yeah, guys, basically I'm going to repeat this process for all four of them. We can wash the foams, soap water, and let them dry out. But what you want to do is, like I said, you want to sit there, you want to repeat the process for all four tires. I'm probably not totally saving these, but yeah, then you take all four of them. Like I said, doesn't have to be even submerged in it. But yeah, to save room, the A-scale stuff, obviously they're much bigger. You could fit a pretty good amount inside of here. But yeah, basically get it so, it doesn't matter if it's like that or you cut all the sidewalls off. It does not matter. But for video purposes, I wanted to show you both ways. Doesn't really matter. You just get the foam out of the tire, sink it on in there, make sure your handle is up so you can retrieve your bucket when time comes to pull them out. But for video's sake, I am going to, just to save room inside this bucket to fit more tires in, because we may even throw another set in here, we're going to cut them all the way around. And yeah, doing this method will save you guys quite a bit of time, money, effort. It does take a while, obviously. It does have to sit in here. I've never had a problem doing this in like 12 hours, especially if you get it down to like this point. About 12 hours or so, you should be pretty good. Just cut them up as much as you can, and then to actually, the less tire you do have in here, the shorter amount of time naturally that you'll have to wait. So yeah, get it down to this point, cut the tires all the way down. And yeah, so you'll basically, all your tires, like this is the way I usually do it. Like I said, doesn't matter, but you would, cut everything you can. So you're literally left with just this, just the two edges. It saves you a bunch of room in the bucket, and yeah, gets the job done quite a bit faster than it would if you didn't, naturally. So yeah, just like that, guys. Take all your scraps, obviously just recycle those, dispose of them, handles upright, everything is submerged in the bucket. As you could see here, not all of them are fully submerged underwater, but like I said, the fumes alone will do the trick. So we're gonna sit there, we're gonna seal this up, and we're just gonna tuck it away in the corner. So just like that, guys, we got all the foams ready to be cleaned if we want to recycle them. They are very filthy. Like I said, pair of scissors, bucket with acetone, throw all your rubber away, just take your time, and yeah, save yourself some money in the long run. Like I said, I don't know how there's nothing that's sold like this, but not a bad idea. But yeah, I figured I'd jump in, share you on how I remove old tires, and yeah, if you guys basically want like a part 2 on how I mount tires and a little insight with the tire bands, I will upload a video following this on how to actually mount tires. Like I said, guys, this isn't just A-scale stuff. This is for everything. I do tires all the same exact way, this exact way. It will not eat the finish on the wheels. So yeah, pretty much all around great method and save yourself some money. So we're gonna get ready for the last A-scale race of the year. And yeah, video coming soon on that. So yeah, we got about 24 hours or so before we actually leave. So this should be perfect. We'll glue up a fresh set of tires, and yeah, we'll see you guys on that next one. And yeah, stay tuned for more how-tos as my dog barks. Thank you guys. Peace.